My name is Ashlyn Budoff, and I like to bake. How did I start baking? Well, ever since I was little, probably about 6 years old, I would bake Christmas cookies and all like the Thanksgiving treats with my mom and my grandmother, and we'd always be messing around in the kitchen, and I just fell in love with it, basically. Probably my grandmother taught me the most about baking. My mom is a pretty good cook, and she's a little bit better at baking, but yeah, I think my grandmother, and we have a lot of secret family recipes that she taught me. My favorite thing to bake is probably cupcakes. They're not as daunting as huge sheet cakes and stuff, and I think you can have a lot more fun with them. They're very like intricate with how you can decorate them and stuff, and I just think they're fun and they're bite-sized. My favorite part of the baking process is decorating. I love to just do the icing in different ways and to use fondant and to make little flowers or whatever I'm making. And I also like that I get to relax while I do it. It's almost therapeutic for me to do it. I crank on some tunes and I just kind of let go, and it's almost mindless work. So you just sit there and stir and just chill out and listen to the music, but you're actually doing something at the same time. My least favorite part of the process is cleaning up. Nobody likes to clean up, especially when there's frosting everywhere and there's batter everywhere and the kitchen's a mess. But when I'm at home, I bake at least once a week, whether it's like a dessert or if it's just for fun. I also bake friends' birthday cakes and actually the wedding cakes and stuff. So I didn't work for a business, I just did it by myself. I had a couple friends that had gotten married and a bunch of people who had family birthdays, and I would do cakes for them. The first wedding cake was crazy. It definitely threw me for a loop how hard it was. So I was just like, oh yeah, I could totally do that. But it was a lot of work. Spent, I think, like 5 hours icing it and putting all the small like pieces of fondant and candies and stuff. It was unreal, but I was really happy with the way it turned out. I didn't think it was too bad, so. The biggest project that I took on was my friend Christopher's graduation party. We had a ton of people over at his house, and I think we made around probably like 50 cupcakes, and there was, I think, like 4 or 5 different flavors, and they were all decorated differently, and with everything going on, so many different recipes, so many different ingredients, and different ways to decorate it, there was a ton of work to be done, but everybody loved them, and they actually turned out pretty good. So it was a daunting task, but when it was over, it was worth it, because everybody really liked them. I think I'll bake forever, and especially like I hope to have a family one day, and I would love to bake with my kids. It's such like a bonding moment, I think, because you're all messy and you're like working around each other, but you get to bake something awesome and everybody like loves it in the end and it tastes good, and I think it's a bonding experience. So yeah, I definitely want to continue to do it and to bake with my kids one day and stuff like that. It feels good to see the final product, because this whole time you're wondering, oh my gosh, I hope it turns out all right. I hope I didn't overcook it or undercook it, or I hope this doesn't look as bad as I think it does. And then once you frost it and you put the finishing touches on it, and then you serve it, and people are like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. Like, and I mean, it brings people together, like, you know, baked goods.